Welcome, everyone, to our business meeting on May 5th, 2026. Everyone, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Do we have any veterans here with us this evening? Do we have any media with us here this evening? All right. Emergency procedures, we have 2 exits in the back of the auditorium and 2 exits in the front of the auditorium. All right, board, I need a motion for our appeal resolution.
Make a motion.
John Galligan. I need a second, please.
Second?
Jen Keller. All in favor? For our reports and presentation, we'll now move on to our budget hearing. Mrs. Card will be presenting.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 26-27 budget hearing. If you don't have it already, there's a handout on the front of the stage, and I'm going to start with that handout. First, we will start on the top box on the left-hand side of the handout with the proposed budget overview. The proposed budget for 26-27 is $86.1 million, or a $1.1 million increase from $85 million. Now, if you move to the second box on the left-hand side of the handout, here's the detailed expenditure plan by the popular budget format. This breaks down the budget plan by general support, which is increasing $216,000, instruction, which is decreasing $177,000, transportation, which is increasing $127,000, and undistributed costs, which is increasing $944,000. Now, if we move to the first box on the right-hand side of the handout, here is another view of the detailed expenditure plan in the 3-part component budget format. This breaks down the detailed expenditure budget plan into 3 different components. The first line is administrative component, which is increasing $177,000. This component includes the administrative costs to run the district, including legal, insurance, postage, and certain BOCES expenses. The second line is the instructional component, which is increasing $469,000. This component includes instructional costs to run the district, including costs to support all the instructional programs of the district. The third section is the capital component, which is increasing $463,000. This component includes the operational costs to run the district. Now, if we move back to the left-hand side, the third box of the handout to review the detailed proposed revenue plan. First state aid is projected at $26.1 million. Other revenues are projected at $589,000. Applied unemployment reserve is projected at $50,000. Applied workers' comp reserve is projected at $225,000. Applied ERS reserve is projected at $800,000. Applied TRS reserve is at $650,000, and applied fund balance is at $2.6 million. Our tax levy and STAR program is projected at $55 million. So overall, the budget totals at $86.17. That's our revenue plan. Now let us review the tax cap calculation in the second box on the right-hand side of the handout. First, we start with the tax levy from 25-26 at $53.7 million. We then add in the growth factor of 0.0010, which is approximately $53,000. This factor represents changes in the assessed value for new buildings in the district and is determined by the Department of Taxation and Finance. Next, we subtract the BOCES capital exclusion for the 25-26 school year of $81,000. And then we subtract the district's debt service lesser building aid for the 25-26 year of $1.8 million. This then gives us our starting point of 51.9 to calculate the 27 tax levy cap. Next, the next step is to add in the allowable growth factor, or CPI, which is 2.63% this year. But the district is limited to 2% for the 26-27 year. The allowable growth factor calculates to $1 million for next year. We then add in the district's debt service less building aid for the 26-27 school year of $1.9 million. Then we add the BOCES capital exclusion, which reflects BOCES capital expenses for the 26-27 school year of $84,000. This totals to the total allowable tax levy of $55 million, or a 2.33 tax levy increase. And then we balance this with taking our revenue budget, where we take our projected state aid of $26.1 million, our other revenues of $589,000, applied reserves of $1.7 million, and fund balance applied at $2.6 million. This reflects in a total maximum budget of $86.1 million for the next school year, or 1.31% budget increase. Now let us move back to the fourth box on the left-hand side of the handout to review the library contract. The library contract is based upon the population of Miller Place School District of approximately 15,150. This population count is based on the 2020 census, which is completed every 10 years. The projected person cost of the library contract is $156.34 times the population of Miller Place of 15,150, which equals a total contract of $2.3 million. That is proposed for next year by the library system. The district has no control over this contract and is required by the library districts to submit this proposal to Miller Place School District voters each year for their approval. Now let us move back to the bottom box on the left-hand side to review the museum proposition, which reads, shall the Board of Education of the Miller Place Union Free School District, Suffolk County, New York, be authorized to raise and expend $130,837 for the Miller Place School District to support museum operations, maintenance, development, and expansion, including the building of the Daniel Hawkins Archive and Research Center and the Miller Place Mount Sinai Historical Society and Museum for the 26-27 fiscal year, as a separate and independent proposition that does not divert funds from the school district's annual budget or reduce funding for existing school programs, and to levy the necessary tax, therefore. And this is also based upon a population of 15,150, and it comes out to approximately $8.64 per person, and the contract amount is $130,837 that they are seeking as a tax levy. Now if we move to the second page of the handout, so if you flip over, let us review the budget detailed vote information. On May 19th, the district voters will have the opportunity to vote on the school district's proposed budget for the 26-27 school year, the candidate for the Board of Education, the library contract, and the museum levy. For this election, you're eligible to vote in the school district election if you're a citizen of the United States, 18 years of age or older on the day of the vote, and a resident in the Miller Place School District for at least 30 days or more preceding the day of the vote. Those who are registered with either the school district or general elections and have voted in a school or general election within the last 4 years are eligible to vote. Now let us review the voter registration deadlines. The deadline to register in the upcoming vote is May 14th, and any person who wishes to do so after needs to register through the Board of Elections in Yaphank. The vote will be held on Tuesday, May 19th at the NCR Gymnasium from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. Mr. Lipshe, do you have anything that you'd like to say?
Yes, I just wanted to, at the last meeting, there was a question about class size in third grade, and then there was a question about the historical class size in third grade. So I took a look at third grade class size from 2017, the 2018 school year up to the 25-26 school year. I did exclude the 3 COVID years where we got additional funding, which ran out. That average class size in third grade was 25. Next year, we're projecting it at 24.8, which is actually less than this year's third grade average class size. The question, we did have 3 elementary retirements. We did absorb those retirements as part of providing a budget that would be under the cap and still maintain all our services, our extracurricular, our field trips, and all the programs we ran this past year. That's to respond to that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So hopefully the people that asked that question will watch the video and hear the answer. I appreciate that. Anybody have any questions about the budget from the board? No? Colleen, are you taking questions from the
Mhm.
audience? Okay, so if you'd like to come up to the mic and ask questions of Mrs. Card about the budget, you may do so.
Here, I notice I don't understand one thing, even though I have been here for a number of times. But, huh?
Is the,
Yeah. Is it?
yes,
Okay, now. Okay, so I noticed that the debt service has increased between last year and this. Sorry, okay, much better. Oh. I have to practice at home before I come here. Okay. So I noticed that the debt service between last year and this year increased by, I guess, about $100,000, $160,000. So I am interested in the profile of this debt service. I would hope at some point it will start decreasing. Do you know, maybe we're already at the peak or it's still going to grow?
for the 27-28 school year, the debt service net is going to go from 1.6 million to 1.4 million. From 28 to 29, it's going to go down to, and these are all net numbers, 1.3 million.
Okay,
The following year is 1.3 million, and then after that, it goes down to 740,000.
okay.
Then
That sounds quite good. Okay.
that's
and-
net, just remember that's net of estate aid. So the bond cost minus estate aid equals the net cost.
Right, that's what we
All
have
right.
to pay, yes. And now I apologize, which I did first, because I've been here a number of times, and what is this capital component? Does it include this construction and so on?
Do you
I
mean,
thought I knew what it was, but I
do you
really
mean the
don't.
BOCES?
Yeah, yeah, in
Um,
three-part budget.
The BOCES capital exclusion, that's a number that's given
No,
to
no, no,
us.
no. This is three-part component budget,
Oh, three-part.
capital component. It is like $12 million. What does, what,
That is everything, all the operational costs, including operations and maintenance of facilities, debt service.
okay.
So all of those items go into that.
Okay, so there's not, okay, thank you.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Curran.
Thank you. Anyone else have any questions about the budget? Okay, we're going to be moving into executive session for matters of personnel. I need a motion.
Make a motion.
John Galligan, I need a second.
Second?
Jen Keller, all in favor?
Aye.
Time is it?
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.